Mhm. Hi everyone who is joining in. I'm waiting a few seconds before starting the Favuzzi workshop. We are going to make bocconcini alla crema di pistacchio today together. So I'm just giving a few minutes for the people just to join in. And this is the cream we are going to use, which is the pistachio. I think it's the biggest jar I ever seen of pistachio cream. So 600 grams with the other one, it's a little bit smaller, and you can find all this size on Favuzzi website. And if you hear anything in the background, it might be that my mom is going to move the camera while I'm talking and I'm cooking. So let's get started. Today, as I said, we are making the bocconcini alla crema di pistacchio. So you can make it using the pistachio one or the chocolate one. And I will reiterate, as you don't know, we need a few ingredients, but it's important that you know what are the ingredients. So we have the flour, always Favuzzi flour, that is mainly used, is a soft flour that you can, it's mainly grown in the northern part of Italy. And it's the Favuzzi one you can bake as well as making pasta as well. And we have water, and we have butter, and we have eggs, and we have salt. I'm laughing because I haven't told you who I am. So my name is Alessandra. I am a founder of the Pasta Studio. I'm doing a lot of online classes, but today we are making something a little bit different, which is a dessert from Sicily, which is bocconcini. So let's get started. One thing that you should know is that the recipe, you will find it in the website of Favuzzi. So for now, you just can follow me and understand the steps. Because even if it's easy, the bocconcini, it's really like, it's a little bit tricky in some steps. So it's really important that you understand them. And once you understand them, you can make bocconcini for the whole family for Christmas time. So another important tool that you need in the process is the beater, like a whisker electric one. And that's it, and just the pot. So let's start. I have 150 grams of flour and the butter. So I'm going to move the camera so I show you on this side. And I'm going to turn the stove on, the heat on. And here I'm going to add the 300 grams of water, 300 milliliters. And together I'm going to add the butter as well together. The butter is about 100 grams, and you can whisk it together with the water. Okay, so just to whisk it and slowly. If you hear in the background some noise, it's because I'm in a house and sometimes people don't really get the fact that I'm doing lives. So it's all like a live theater. So right now what I'm doing, first step is melting the butter together with the water. One thing that I will say is, if you have any questions that you don't understand the process, so there is a Favuzzi team member that is answering you at the same time. So please join in. Feel free to ask any question you might have, because I might not be able to read them myself, but Melis, which is the team member of Favuzzi, she will guide you through it. So I'm melting now again this giant piece of butter, and it might take a little bit longer because it's much cooler. It's cold, as we are in winter time. So this process, it's easy, but then what happens is the second step is we adding the flour into the melted butter together with water. And we're doing this very fast movement, And as well, like we're just pouring the flour very gently into the pot. So, and while I'm doing this, and while after it's melting, I will need to switch off the heating. So I hope it's clear until now. So melting the water with the butter, and once it is melted, I'm also going to use the fleur de sel, Favuzzi one, about a big pinch. Actually, I do too because it's fleur de sel, so it's quite gentle in taste. So I'll just add a little bit more so that we have more flavors once the bocconcini are basically made. And the bocconcini, one thing you need to know, it's so typical here in Sicily. We love it to make it with ricotta. So now I switch off the fire, okay, the heat, and I'm adding gently the flour so into the pot. And while I do that, I whisk it very fast so that the secret is basically you will need to combine it, and it will need to be like a big ball. So you just say it's a science. It brings it all together and creates like a ball in it. So you just need to stir it until all the flour has came out of the actual pot. And once I've done that, you can put it back now into the stove. Just a moment. So we're mixing all together. It's the bocconcini again. It's a very easy, but at the same time, it might be tricky sometimes. So we're putting now the pot back after we adding the flour. And what we're doing in this process is we let the water like really evaporate it. Hold on, it got so stuck. I'm gonna use another one. So, and now it really becomes all in one together. I will show you the results in a minute. But you let really that the water evaporates and you keep on whisking all around. Again, if you don't have any question, please feel free to lower the heat and I will show you. And so if you have any question, please let it chat in the box and you will get all the answers from me and from the Favuzzi team member, Melis. Okay. So now it has incorporated all, it has become like a giant ball. I kind of, doing that is quite, can get tiring. It's a good upper arm work, just like pasta, because it's a dough. So here we are, it has binded, I'll show you. It has come all in one, and when it comes all in one right now, you will need to cool it. So this is important because the next step is adding the eggs. However, we can't add the egg right now, otherwise we're gonna make a frittata. So while we're cooling the dough, let me put it here. While we're cooling this dough, I'm gonna show you again. Maybe the consistency a little bit closer. While we're cooling, we are getting the cream. So I'm asking my mom to get the cream because it needs to be staying in the fridge. And once it stays in the fridge, it's better to actually whip it. So it's always that science behind patisserie that is really important to know. And you will see, if you don't do it, you will see how different it actually turns. So I'm getting now, while we're waiting for the dough to cool down, to get this electric whisker ready. Okay, I might make some noise, but this is a part of the cooking live process. And if you don't have it on your hands, just get as well the pistachio cream and also the chocolate one. All you can find on Favuzzi website. And here I have the cream here, which is cool. If you want to also have the best result, get also the bowl that you're using, the bowl inside the fridge that is quite chilled as well, and it just makes it very easily, very firm, very immediately. So let's do it. Sorry. No, inizio con la pasta. So you understood the process. I made already one for you so that you know exactly how it should look like. So we don't make too much of a noise. So I have it here, just ready. And what I did, I have put 2 teaspoons of the Favuzzi actual cream, and I want to show you how delicious this looks like. Look at that. Okay, what you do with this, you stick in the actual cream. I'm gonna give this back to my mom, she's collaborating on this workshop. So she put it in the fridge. Mamma, non aprire la porta quando è che fa rumore. So, and adding the Nutella, I need to show you because it's really good. Ta-da! And by now I need to also wash my hands. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. So as you can see, until now looks easy, but I'm gonna repeat the process so that you memorize and you're gonna make the best bocconcini ever. So here I'm gonna mix it together. The actual the cream, as I said, you whip it very dense. It should be very firm. You know, when you catapult it, it doesn't go flat. And then you add the pistachio cream, as I show you, and you bind it all. I put right now 4 spoons on the quantity of 150 milliliters of whipped cream. So, and also while you do that, after you finish this process, it will need to go back into the fridge. So I'm putting this back into the fridge, but before I will show you, and we should taste it as well. Yeah, so back into the fridge, and you can do this process as well using the chocolate version, the hazelnut, which it tastes even better than Nutella. So you have a look. So now here, back to this beautiful process. So again, what we did it, we have melted the butter with water. We have added the flour off the stove, whisk it, and then we have put again, once it has came together, back into the stove until the water as evaporates off, creating this kind of dough. Okay. And now I'm just checking, it's still a little bit cooler and warm, sorry. And what we're doing right now, I'm just getting this back, and away, otherwise we need more space. So here I have here the eggs. Okay, these are fresh organic eggs. I really always like to use the best quality possible, also because we have a best quality of products. And what we're gonna do right now is very important. Never add all the eggs at once. Why? Because the humidity of the flour is different every time. So you need to taste it first. And and also because it's the actual science behind food. In this case, you just need to do one at a time, and you whisk it. So you add the egg and you keep on whisking, and you should have now we'll show you a consistency which is not very liquid, otherwise we actually cannot punch the Bocconcini. Bignè, we call it. So, and while we're saying that, I wanted to say that we can't not have Bocconcini at lunchtime on Sunday. So, as I was saying before, we do it with the whipped ricotta and a little bit of chocolate. We also know with our pistachio cream. In fact, you can decide whether to have the whipped cream and the pistachio together binded, or just having just a spoon of cream of pistachio cream, or the hazelnut chocolate hazelnut cream as well, directly on that. But to make it a little bit more puffed, in this case, it's really good to have something that is either ricotta, always before whipped, or cream. And in this case, I'm using actually a vegetable cream, so it's not even a dairy product. So it's vegan. Okay, now that has cooled down, this little pagnottella, I would say in Italian, I'm gonna add, and I'm gonna always add this one, and I'm gonna add one by one the eggs. So here I have my knife, and I will do it one by one, because sometimes it needs 3, sometimes it needs 4 eggs. It also depending how big your eggs are. But I'm using approximately approximately 200 grams. So, and I keep on mixing. Mixture. So I'm going to show you a little bit. Right now it doesn't look quite okay yet, but you just need to go with it. And then what you do, you really mix it properly, like all together. And then you keep on adding the egg. So 2, and this is our massive giant eggs. So, and again, you mix it all together. And you mix it all together, keep on mixing, because it will need to come all like a sort of a cream. So I'm just doing a little bit of, so again, if you hear any noise, it's because I'm in an open kitchen environment, so I have people behind looking at me because they're waiting to eat bocconcini. So, voila. So I'm going to, it looks like it might be needing just a tiny bit. So I need to show you the right consistency. Oops. I broke the egg. So, and again, mix it. So I used like 3 ones. Again, I will show you the consistency that you need at the end, and never just get your eggs all together in a pot. There you go. There you go. You have this smooth, lovely consistency. And I'm going to more do it more firmly and more energetically. Oh la la. Oops. Incorporates the air in it, and I'm getting all my hands dirty, of course. Oops. And the Favuzzi as well apron. Just a moment, I'm gonna change with this one because okay, so here we go. This is the consistency that we want. So I want to show you, it's quite firm. It doesn't always fall because this will become into the Bocconcini beignet. Okay, so no adding any extra egg because it's okay already. So what are we doing now? So next, washing my hands. And now that I'm washing my hands, I will need to get a sac à poche. So this one, it helps you to actually create the beignet, the bocconcini. So I'm gonna get some space here. I'm going to put everything away. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to also take everything that can not support my cooking experience here, and also the water that we already used, and also have like the tray together with some oven paper. If you have also something that is reusable, even better. And what I'm doing now, I'm going to get the cream inside the actual ponche, sac à poche, we call it. So as you can see, the consistency. Oops. Okay. I'm not going to do all of them. I just want to show you how you should do it. And I also prepared some already done for you. And I will also explain you how you can, you should actually, so I put this aside. And I'm going to clean the edges. Okay. So I make sure that you have it all properly. And then you turn the sac à poche. Oops. And then once I do it, I go around. I use like the metal star one, so it's easier for them to just have the right shape. So I'm gonna go. So I go all around. I do like 3 or 4 circles, and you should be a little bit separated to one another. Why? Because they grow. Once you put them in the oven, they grow quite a lot, so they need a space within one another. So I'm gonna make this beautiful bocconcini, which my family is going to enjoy after, so don't worry, just non vi preoccupate. Okay, again, if you have any question, let me know. Another challenging step of bocconcini is how you actually cook them. So what you need to do, you need to have the oven quite warm. Okay. And it should be warm. And also, we're going to cook them at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. A static oven. It's really important to have it static so they actually cook really slowly. So here we go. We finish almost the sac à poche contents. Okay. This was a little bit smaller. And okay, so once we are at this stage, with a little bit of water, I will show you what I do. I get the water here, and then I wet my hands and I just give a little punch. So I tick them. So whatever comes at the edge, you have it properly just disappeared. And voila! So this one we're gonna put at 108 degrees, as I was saying before. The oven should be quite warm, okay? And for 20 minutes. Guess what? You can't open the oven in the process, but also you can open the oven when you actually have the bocconcini. Why? Because you need to keep the humidity staying. Otherwise, once you open, I promise you, they will go flat. So they don't need. They're very delicate. So you need to treat them as one of your best lover. So they're delicate. They need the time to cook, and also just to get the right consistent temperature. And once that happens, now we're ready. So I'm putting this back in the oven, but I already made some for you. And I'm gonna get the whipped cream together with the pistachio. I'm asking my mom, Mamma, la crema col pistacchio, per favor. And we're gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna take the ones already made. So just a moment. So one moment here. Oh la la, I already have the bocconcini made. It's like magic. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is that I'm gonna create some space as well for myself to make the bocconcini for you. Okay, just a moment, and I will show you the process. So yeah, I also have something that I can display, and I can put some also ice sugar. So for that one, I'm going to have that, the ice sugar together with this one. I'm going to sprinkle also at the top. So here we are. We have our beautiful, okay, bocconcini. What we're doing now, we have the cream, and I'm going to get the other sachet poche ready for me. So just a moment here. I'm going to organize my space. It's very important that what it can help you is the spatula. It's my best friend. We call it in Italian lecca pendolo because it licks everything you have. So in your pot. So we're just going to put it near. I can tell you it smells and tastes delicious. So I'm just putting a little bit, and then I'm going to, so, okay, let it sit at the bottom. Push it thoroughly. I'm sure that if you're cooking a lot, you're doing this process. I also make a lot of ravioli, of course, with my second poche, a lot of pasta shapes, and I always love. This is such a great invention. So just taste it. Okay, you have it as well. And once we're filling the bocconcini, we do it either at the bottom, but also we can do it on the lateral part. So like this. So you stick them inside, and you just push the cream all the way down. You can see it. Okay. So I'm gonna do a few of them. Oops, just a moment. Okay, so my mom always need to tell me something in the meantime. So you just to make so here. Okay, So just push again through and you let it stay. So I make a few more and then I'll show you how we decorate it as well. And I will also show you what you need to do for using just the cream, only the cream. Okay, just a moment. You can also use it the bottom one if you like. Okay, so I'm just getting this inside, and some people also do it this way, but again, it's up to you. So now what we need to do it, I'm not gonna do it all of them together, but just going to just show you how they can look like in one, and I'm also going to show you I'm gonna just do one. I'm gonna open one and show you how it looks like with the cream of Nutella. So I just cut it a little bit, and I use my beautiful Favuzzi cream, delicious one, and you can find the Favuzzi website. And I'm gonna stick, oops, this one here, literally directly on this. So you can definitely choose how you want to eat your bocconcini. But I prefer it to have something that is whipped, but you can do either with this Nutella or actually with the chocolate one. So once they are ready and here, what we're doing is to get the ice sugar, and we'll just put it on. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of ice sugar into the this cylinder, and I've just cover them. It looks like Christmas because it's like the actual flavor, like it looks like the snow, and they look lovely and delicious. And I'm going to put them back, and this we have our beautiful bocconcini. I think actually I should eat them so that I will eat them both the one with the Nutella because I need to taste if it's okay. They are really nice. And you, again, as you can see, you can get the cream inside or the whipped cream together, and it's okay. So, I need to stop, otherwise I'm gonna eat all of them, and probably they're gonna be eaten tonight, all of them. Again, just to explain you the process of the eating, put in the oven 180 degrees for 20 minutes. You put it in, and bear in mind to don't take them out and for the 10 minutes after. But bear it in mind that if you leave them inside, they will cook more and they will be more crunchy. But you want them a little bit softer. I think what had happened now with the oven was too hot and it got a little bit more crunchy, but it's still really delicious. And again, so this is the recipe for you to have and to enjoy during Christmas time. I think there is no better like dessert that you can make it at home, and so many people just go there and just have one or two. We always end up eating more than one, and you can find the recipe on Favuzzi website in the next couple of days. So if you have any question, just let us know. And I hope you enjoy this workshop with Favuzzi, sponsoring, like promoting this amazing Nutella chocolate hazelnut and the pistachio one, especially the giant big jar, because it's really good and handy for the whole family. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see your delicious creations and your lovely bocconcini. Thank you so much, and until the next time.